They were chasing a goal. They only made 2 subs throughout the course of the match, and Aguero was not one of the substitutes chosen. He was still on the bench come the final whistle. But here's what's interesting for me. The next opponents, Sylvain, in the Champions League for Manchester City are Borussia Dortmund. And they have a striker there whose dad played for Manchester City and has an affection for the club. And earlier tonight, Erling Haaland scored 2 goals for Dortmund. But they drew 2-2, and there were visuals of Erling Haaland storming down the tunnel. He ripped his shirt off and he just slammed it on the ground. Now, I understand players get frustrated, but they are way off the pace in the Bundesliga. They are, I think it's 40-something points, whereas Bayern, who had a man down early doors when Alphonso Davies got sent off, could still win comfortably. So if he is going to try to get a move away, straight after this, I Googled Erling Haaland. There's one article linking him to Real Madrid. There's another one about Manchester United. There's another one about Manchester City. Everybody wants this kid. He's 20. I think it's 33 goals now in 30 games this season, 10 in Europe. And Pep's going to be facing him next. Do you reckon he's going to be keeping an extra eye on him? Not for a tactical sense on how to defend against him, but with the motivation to try to bring him to Manchester City to maybe be Aguero's replacement?
Any top club in the world will be after him. That's obvious. His stats are just insane. At the age that he's got, he seems to have a great maturity as well. Seems to be a good guy, a great guy off the pitch. So, of course, every big club's going to be after him. But will it be City? Possibly don't see him joining Barcelona, but Real Madrid or one of the big clubs in Italy, or even Bayern. Everything is possible, and I know we would like to read through the signs and see him throwing his shirt. That means that's it, he's gone. But you have to remember they've got some a couple of other players doing maybe not this caliber, but really good player, and they do everything to keep them. So he might gonna have to stay another season or 2 before he leaves. He's very young; he's still 20 years old. So I would love to see him in the Premier League because I think you've got the physicality of the Premier League, and I love his fighting spirit as well. His stats in terms of goals are ridiculous. There's no point to talk about it. So that'll be really interesting. And if he comes in the Prem, obviously, because of the financial power Manchester City have, that's possibly the only club who can see him joining at the moment.
Yeah, and Jamo, I want to get your take on it as well, because I believe he has a buyout clause, but that does not become active until much later. So if anybody wants to get, I might be wrong here, but if anybody wants to get Haaland now, they can try to outbid everybody else before this release clause comes into play. I'm not sure about the specifics because I haven't seen his contract, but the financial might that City have, who are the favourites?
Well, there's a couple of things. I mean, he was born in Manchester to start with, so he's, you could argue, slightly favourite.
I think he's born in Leeds. I think he was born in Leeds. I'll double check.
I heard Manchester. I'll tell you what, the rumours going around. He was born north of Watford, for anyone who knows England.
Your first club.
But the issue here is the COVID. I mean, COVID has so much, unfortunately, negative reflections on life in general. So there's no joke about this. But in the world of football, as I say, there's financial implications on everything, and one of them obviously being financial fair play rules, and whether or not there's been a relaxation of that, because Man City to go and spend 200 million and buy him is fine. It's whether or not it falls within their financial fair play rulings, and whether or not that needs to be the case at present. And I think the other thing, again, I mean, is, as you say, the statistics are ridiculous. Just one interesting point, any German football fans out there, Lewandowski scored a hat-trick today, just to show him once again that he's better than Haaland when he scores 2. But the point is that you look at Real Madrid, they arguably can't afford to spend that sort of money. Barcelona the same, because Spanish game has been so heavily impacted by the COVID pandemic. So whether or not they want to be spending 200 million now at any club, who, even if they can afford it, and saying that we can wait a year and spend 65 million in a year's time to take him out of it. At 20 years old, will he have peaked at 20 and not be so good at 21? The way that he plays, he's a monster. I think, I apologise, Sylvain, I think he's better than Mbappe. And I've been saying this for I'd say weeks, because he's so young, but for a long time now. And he's got everything, absolutely everything.
I agree with you. I think where as well it's I think the competition around him is much better and stronger than Mbappe can have at PSG. PSG is just like it's one club in the middle of the Ligue 1. There's no one around them. If they lose, it's because they don't want to play or because they take it easy. It's kind of too easy for them, and I think that's their problem in the Champions League when they have to step up all of a sudden. The Bundesliga is a different league. They've got some amazing clubs and players, so it's definitely a bigger challenge. And I would love to see Mbappe in a different league, and then we'll be able to compare. But at the moment, I agree with you.
We have double-checked, Jamo. He was born in the year 2000. It was the summer where his dad moved from Leeds to Manchester, but he was still born in Leeds, West Yorkshire. Close enough. I mean, it's a lot closer than Malaysia.
His dad was thinking of Manchester, so technically he's Mancunian. I don't know.
Possibly. Although the season when... Sorry, you're about to say something?
I'm clutching at straws here. Yeah, I'm clutching at straws here. So.
True. Okay.